For more on this explosive report and the implications, we're joined by Omolola Adele Oso. She is the co-founder and executive director at ACT for Accountability, a nonprofit African diaspora organization. Omolola, welcome.
Thank you, Asieh.
It seems like there's been one thing after another in terms of scandal for Jacob Zuma. Can he survive this one?
Well, we're all watching. That's it. I think it's not just, it goes beyond the borders of South Africa. Many African countries and many Africans are watching to see what South Africa will do, whether he will comply with the recommendations or the findings of this Judiciary Commission that is going to be established. And we'll see. You know, there's a protest going on in Pretoria. You know, journalists are combing through it. South Africans are tired of the Zuma administration and the blatant allegations of corruption. Going through the Ministry of Finance, attempts to bribe the Deputy Minister of Finance to take a position by the Gupta family. You know, Jacob.
And that is the family that's linked to Zuma and tried to allegedly to influence the cabinet post. So a lot of the critics say that African National Congress is part of the problem here. Do you agree?
I believe that there are factions within the ANC that want Zuma gone. And this is actually an opportunity if they can amass enough support within the party to say, you know what, we need to go back to the party of Mandela, to go back to the party that actually was the voice of the people during apartheid. This is the opportunity for them to rebrand, so to speak, or resurrect the old ANC. And, you know, get some stuff done. So I'm hoping that the powers in the party are actually pushing Zuma to say, you know what, it might be better for you to step down now or to consider resigning versus drawing this out. But then again, he could be stubborn. He's beaten corruption allegations in the past.
So many times
So
before.
many times.
Omolola, let me read a quote for you. This is by a former ANC luminary, a respected anti-apartheid activist who talked to a newspaper, The Guardian, and this is what she had to say. She said, "We are appalled that a small handful of people have decided that they would capture the state, its institutions and resources for their own benefit." She is not the only person in South Africa that feels that way.
No, I mean, you look at the image. You know, this is the reality, and it's a growing trend of not just South Africans again, but Africans getting tired of corruption, getting tired of corrupt leaders, and that they want more. And it's now up to, will the government bend to the will of the people, or will he be stubborn and push? So he has options here. He can either say, I'm going to step down, resign, or he could use this as an opportunity to tighten his reign, you know, reshuffle the cabinet, and possibly...
Is that going to be enough for all his critics, all these protesters who say it's time for him to go?
You know what? They've been protesting, they've been pushing back against him, and he keeps pushing back against them. So I think we've reached a tipping point. That this now, with them leaving the ICC, with the court saying, you know what, we actually want this to move forward, there's too much pressure on him, and we remain to see what he's going to do.
Omolola, finally, what does this mean for South Africa's post-apartheid democracy? There was so much hope for this country.
I think you're seeing that hope resurrected. You have, again, just as apartheid, the movement against apartheid was about the people. It was about students. It was about, you know, the unions or the regular folk. You have that again. You have the Democratic Alliance. They have the economic group that are pushing to say, you know what, enough is enough. The will of the people must be abided. We don't want him in power anymore, and it's time for him to go.
We'll leave it at that. Omolola Adele Oso, thank you so much for being with us.